Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's lecture. Just to begin the conversation, I saw your marks this week, and there is a great improvement in marks in physics. So I think you have started working on the advice that I've given you. Good, but still, there's always room for improvement. So I hope you can keep on improving, and the same improvement would be reflected in your marks. Yes or no? Okay, so having said that, let us begin today's class. And if I take you back in time, what we were doing in the previous class, we were discussing problems of connected bodies. I hope you remember this. We were discussing problems of connected bodies, and we had seen this example. Do you remember this example? And I told you that I'll do one more of this type moving up. So let us do one more of this type and see how you can manage it. So here it comes. So here it comes. And I hope you are noting the question number 1 for today. So instead of writing the question, I will draw the diagram of the question. This is a 2 kg block. This is a 3 kg block. And this entire system is accelerated upwards, and the acceleration of this entire system is 2 meter per second square. I hope you can see this. You can see two strings. One is the upper string, string number 1, and one is the lower string, string number 2. What I want you to tell me is that if the acceleration of this system is 2 meter per second square in the upward direction, what is the tension in both strings? Can you do this? Yes or no? Let me give you 5 minutes. 3 minutes, sorry, not 5. 3 minutes to solve this. I hope you can do this. Yes or no? Confident? Okay, let's do it. I hope all of you can see my screen. Yes or no? Anyone can see me? Screen is there available. So I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this problem. Yes, bacha, anyone got any answer? Or shall I do it? You want time? Or shall I do it? You can take the hint from the last question, and this is the last question. You can take a hint from this last question, and then you can solve it. I'll give you 2 minutes. I hope you have seen the last question. Shall I solve it for you? Shall I solve it for you, beta? Okay. Shall I help you out? How are we doing it? If I call the tension in this string as T, I can take these two as one block. Do we remember this? Yes or no? Then I can say the total force acting in the downward direction will be 2 plus 3. Total mass is 5. 5 into G. Yes or no? And the acceleration is upward. So I can write the value of this T, the equation of this as T minus 5G is equal to 5 into A. Yes or no? So I can write this T as 5 into G. G is 10. A is 2. So my answer will be 5 into 12, and that will be equal to 60. So tension would be equal to 60 newtons. Do we understand this? Yes or no? This is the tension in the upper string. We get this? How will we find the answer for the second part? For the second part, if I draw one more diagram so that it is very clear to all of you. Now, to find out the next tension, the lower tension, what would I do? I will just take this much as my system and let me call this as T1. If I draw the free body diagram of this thing only, the weight is 3G only and it is moving upwards with an acceleration A. Do we understand this? So I can write the equation of this block as T1 minus 3G is equal to 3A. So this T1 will be equal to 3 times G plus A. G is 10, A is 2, and now my answer for this tension will be 36 newtons. Do we understand this? How I have done this, everyone? So if I give you another problem, you would be able to do this, yes or no? Shall I give you another problem on this concept? I'll give you 2 minutes first to note them down. Note down, then I'll give you one more problem so that you remember this concept. Give you 2 minutes to note it down. Shall I give you the next problem? Everyone is ready for the next problem? Now, I have given you this one. Now, again, you see two blocks and there is a string here. Now, this system is moving downwards with an acceleration a. You can see the two strings, string number 1 and string number 2. The question is pretty simple. Same question. Can you tell me the acceleration of the tension in both of the strings? I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this. I hope everyone is trying.
Eighty.
Well done. I have an answer. 80. What about the others? 80 is correct. Are the other students doing it? I'll give 2 minutes.
Eighty 32.
80 is the tension in the first string. What about the tension in the second string?
32.
Good. That is correct. Chalo, I'll give 1 more minute. So, how are we supposed to do this? Well, the case is very simple. I hope all of you can see this. First, I'll take these two blocks, let us say as one system. The total force is T in the upward direction, tension in the first string, and the total force downwards is 6 plus 4, 10, 10 times G. But remember, bacha, this block is moving downwards. Remember, it is moving downwards. So now the equation becomes 10G minus T is equal to MA. M is 10 into A. So my T becomes 10 into G minus A. G is 10, A is 2. I get the answer for this tension as 80 newtons. How many of you got this? Please raise your hand so that I can see them. Well done. All girls and boys too. For the first time, boys have joined the party. When I say party, the party means the party of doing the question. Now let me make the second diagram also quickly so that I can tell you the second concept as well. This is 6, this is 4. Now to understand this, I will take this block as 1. Now the force on this is the tension T1 in the lower string. 4G is downwards. The acceleration is downwards. So what is the equation of this block, my dear friends? 4G minus T1 is equal to 4A. T1 will be equal to 4 into G minus A. G is 10, A is 2, 4 into 8. T1 is 32 Newton. So this is how we can do this. Anyone understands this? Yes or no? Okay, well done. That will take us to the next category of problems. Now, up till now, the blocks were attached to each other by strings. Now also, the blocks are going to be attached to each other by strings. But then something will come in between, and that something is known as a pulley. So the next category of problems that we are going to do is problems with pulley. So write the heading pulley problems. Pulley problems. Now, let us do the first category of pulley problems. And the first category of pulley problems, you'll have a pulley and you have two blocks attached to this pulley, M1 and M2. And let us take the case that M2 is greater than N1. Now, M2 is greater than M1. Can anyone tell me what will happen? How will these blocks move? My M2 is greater than M1. How are the two blocks going to move?
M2 downwards.
M2 will move downwards, yes. And what about M1?
Upwards.
M2 will move downwards and M1 will move upwards. Very true. Now tell me, will they have the same magnitude of acceleration? If I say that this acceleration is A, downwards, what will be the acceleration of block M1 upwards? Will they move with the same magnitude of acceleration, same acceleration or different accelerations?
Same.
So this one would be A. So in this particular type of problem, what we have to find out, there are two things which are unknown. One is the tension in the string and the other one is the acceleration of the blocks. I will give you 2 minutes. If you can do it on your own, very good. If not, don't worry, I'll tell you how to do this. I'll give you 2 minutes. Think about it. There is one more tension, the tension in the string. That string, the pulley is attached to the ceiling. So there are three things that you might have to calculate: this T1, this T, and this A. How are you going to do this? I'll give you 2 minutes to think about it and tell me how you are going to do this. How are you going to do this? Okay, there is no special way to do this. We will do it as we have done the previous questions. So how will I do this? I will draw the free body diagram. The weight of this block is M2G. The weight of this block is M1G. Now I will write the equation for both the blocks. Can anyone tell me what is the equation of block number 2? What is the equation of block number 2? Don't have to do anything different. Just tell me what we have been doing since so long. Just tell me that thing. Can anyone tell me what is the equation of block number 2?
mg minus t.
Remember, the block number 2 mass is M2. So try again.
M2G minus T equals to M2A.
That is correct. The equation of this block is, I will write it here, M2G minus T is M2A. Well done. Now, can anyone now tell me the equation of the left block? I will write it in black or green. Yes. What is the equation of the left block?
M1A.
Yes.
M1G minus T is equals to M1A.
Remember, bacha, this block is moving upwards. Don't forget it.
M1A equals to T minus M2G.
Remember, the mass of this block is M1.
M1A equals to T minus M1G.
The better way of saying this is in the reverse order. T minus M1G bacha is equal to M1A. Do we understand this, everyone? Now, from these two equations, if you add these two equations, you will be getting the value of A. So the value of A or acceleration that you are going to get will be equal to M2 minus M1 divided by M1 plus M2 multiplied by G. You know how to make the equation. You also know how to solve those equations. If you add these two equations, you will get the value of acceleration. M2 minus M1 divided by M1 plus M2 into G. If you can remember this acceleration directly, you don't have to do all this. You can straight away remember and write the acceleration. Do we understand this? Now, there is a shortcut way of remembering this equation. Now, look at this M1 plus M2. This M1 plus M2 is the total mass of these two blocks. Yes or no? So this total mass is coming everywhere in all the questions. When someone asks you the acceleration of the system, total, we divided by the total mass. What you see on the numerator is known as the pulling force or the net force. What is the net force which is trying to move this body? Net pulling or net force. As you can see, one force is M2G downwards. The other force is M2G downwards. You will say, sir, the net force is addition of both. No, it is not the addition of both. This force M2G is trying to pull block M2 downwards. This force M1G is going to pull the block M1 downwards. Both cannot come down. Only one can come down. That means these two forces are opposing each other. The bigger force is M2G. M2G wins. So you can remember it like this. M2 minus M1, bigger minus smaller, pulling force, net pulling force, bigger minus smaller, into G divided by M1 plus M2. If you can't remember it, you can always calculate the answer in this way. Do we understand this? So if you can't remember it, not a problem. You can always remember the answer like this. Now, once you get the value of A, you can put the value of A in equation number 1 or equation number 2. you will get the value of t. I will write the value of t, and if you can remember it straight away, it is 2 times m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2 multiplied by g. I think you can even remember this. If you can remember this, it's good. If you can't remember this, well, you know how to find it out. You will just take 1 more minute extra. You can find it out. You can find out the value of t. To find out the value of t1, which is the tension in the string which pulley is hanging, this t1 is 2 times of t. So you multiply this by 2, you will get the value of this t1. The only thing you have to do, bacha, is to write the two equations. You now know how to write the two equations. I hope you would be able to do this. I'll give you 1 minute to note this down.
Done, sir.
Everyone has written this down? Okay. Shall I move ahead? To the next case, and this is a very typical case. I don't think the entire case will come to you, but since it is there, I must tell you. Now the blocks are attached like this. Now the blocks are attached like this. You can see now there are 3 blocks, M2 and M3 on the right hand side and M1 on the left hand side. And it is given that this is moving down with an acceleration a. That means m2 plus m3 is more than the value of m1. Now looking at the diagram, just looking at the diagram, can you tell me what will be the value of acceleration of this system? This will move down with an acceleration a. This will move up with an acceleration a. I have told you the concept of how to get the acceleration. I've told you the concept of how to get the acceleration. This is here right now in front of your eyes. Concept of how to get the acceleration. Can you now tell me, my dear friends, what will be the acceleration in this case? And I wait for your answers. Anyone can tell me the answer for acceleration. Can anyone tell me the answer for acceleration? Yes, bacha. Huh? No one? M2 plus M3 is more than the value of M1. Yes, my dear friend. No one. Shall I do it? Anyone is trying to give me the answer? See, you can solve it by equations. But the thing is, you will not get that much of time in the examination hall. So if you cannot do it in the examination hall, there is no point of me telling you how to do it. Shall I do it for you? Yes or no? So the answer for acceleration is m2 plus m3 is more. m2 plus m3 minus m1 into g divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Do we understand how I have written this equation? Yes or no? Then why were you not able to write it? You should be able to write it. Now, once you get the value of A, to get the value of T1 and T2 should be simple. Why it should be simple? To get the once you get the value of A, and I will show it to you by giving it values. Right now it is looking very cumbersome, M1, M2, M3, but just wait. When you get the value of A, to get the value of T1 is very simple. What will you do, my dear friends? You can just draw the free body diagram of this block A1, and from there you can write the equation of A1 and get the value of T1. What is the equation of this block A? Can anyone tell me? What is this equation of this block A? Can anyone tell me? Remember, we have already calculated the value of the acceleration of the system. Now, can you tell me the equation of this block M1? Can you tell me the equation of this block M1? Yes? No one can tell me the equation of block M1? The equation of block M1 is like this. It is moving upwards. T1 minus M1G is equal to M1 into A. You must understand that you already know the value of A, which is here. Just put the value of A in this equation and you get the value of T1. Do we understand this? Now, the only thing that is left, we have calculated A, we have calculated T1. The next thing that is left is to calculate the value of T2. T2, T2, T2. T2 is this. T2 is this. If you look at the figure of block 3, free body diagram of block 3, T2 is up, M3 3G is down, and this is going down. Now I know that you can tell me what will be the equation of this block. And from there you should be able to calculate the value of T2, because I will give you the values, but it will be very difficult for you probably to remember the values. And that is why I'm telling you this shortcut. What will be the equation of this block? Remember, it is moving downwards. So what is the equation? No one knows the equation? M3G moving downwards minus T2 will be equal to M3 into A. You must remember that you have already calculated the value of A. Do we understand this? Okay. So this is how you can find out everything. Now I will give you a question, and with that question, probably you will be able to understand what has done. And then I'll give you the formulas all together in one block. If you want to use the formula, you can use the formula. I have no problems in you using the formula. Shall I give you a question now? Yes or no? No, yes. So here comes the first question, my dear friends. Here comes the first question. This is a 5 kg block and this is a 3 kg block. 5 kg block and 3 kg block. To understand which block is going where, you have to tell me two things. You have to tell me the tension in the string and the acceleration of the blocks. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this. Tension in the string and acceleration of the blocks. Yes, do we have any answer? Or shall I do it? Okay, I'll wait.
So 5 upwards, downwards, 3 upwards.
Yes, what is the value of acceleration?
Five downwards, 3 upwards.
No, what is the value of acceleration? I know that 5 will go downwards and 3 will go upwards. What is the value of this acceleration, bacha? Did you get the value?
2.5 meter per second square.
How did you get it? So to find out the value of acceleration, 5 minus 3 divided by 5 plus 3 multiplied by 10. Yes or no? You can just do this. And to find out the tension, you can simply use 2 times M1, M2. So M1 is 5, M2 is 3 divided by 8. Yes or no? You can get the value of acceleration. Do we understand this? Yes or no? Okay. So I can give you the next problem. Everyone ready for the next one? Okay. This is the scenario now. Now you understand which block is going to move where. You have to tell me which block is going to move where. How is the system going to move? Can you tell me beforehand? This thing will go down with an acceleration A, yes or no? And this will come up with an acceleration A. If I call this tension as T1, if I call this tension as T2, can you tell me the value of A, T1 and T2? I'll give you 2 minutes to do this.
Acceleration equal to 4 meter per second square.
Acceleration is equal to 4 meter per second square. Well done. How did you get it?
A is equals to M2 plus M3 minus M1 by M1 plus M2 plus M3.
Yeah, so basically you can straight away get the acceleration, bacha. It will be 1 plus 6 minus 3 divided by 1 plus 6 plus 3 multiplied by 10. Do we understand this? Yes or no? So this will give me the acceleration as 4 meter per second square. But that is only one part of the problem, beta. You have to tell me the next part of the problem as well. T1 and T2.
T1 equals to 42.
T1 equal to 42. We have an answer for T1. How did you get the answer for T1? I'm not worried about the answer. How did you get it? So this is 30, yes or no? And this is moving up, so you can write the equation of this block. What is the equation of this block?
T1 minus M1 into G is equals to M1 into A.
T1 minus 30 is equal to M1. M1 is 3. 3 into A. So T1 becomes 42 newtons. Well done, bacha. Well done. Can you get me the value of T2 now?
T2 equals to 36, sir.
T2 equal to 36. How did you get T2 equal to 36? So we draw the free body diagram. This is 60. Remember, it is moving down. So what is the equation, bacha?
Yeah, M3G minus T2 equals to M3A.
That means 60 minus T2 is equal to 6A. A is 4. We have already calculated that. So T2 becomes 60 minus 24, and that is equal to 36. Well done. Everyone understands this, how it is done?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, then one more last question.
Okay.
If you understand the concept,
Yes.
everything becomes pretty simple. Remember, the values are same, but I have changed something. Just look at that something and do the question in the same way. And here is the question coming up for you. I hope you understand how the system is going to move now. Yes or no? Which is going to move up, which is going to move down? This one is going to move down, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this one is going to move up. You have 5 minutes to do it. 2 minutes, because only 2 minutes is left. Yes, bacha, we have answers. This is A, this is A. Tell me the value of A, fatafat. How do you get the value of A? How much? 4. 2. How did you get it? So here 6 is more. So 6 minus 1 plus 3. Do we understand this?
Yes, sir.
Multiplied by G. G, my dear, is 10. Divided by 6 plus 1 plus 3. You get the value of A. From there, you can find the value of T1 and T2. Yes or no? So I'll give that part as homework to calculate the value of T1 and T2 once you understand the value of A. Everyone understand it? Yes or no? No, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I've sent you a sheet. Please solve questions from that sheet. You will see a lot of questions like this. Solve them. The more you solve, the better you are going to become. You see, practice makes a man perfect. A man, a woman, a girl, a boy, student, female student, male student, all of them, if they practice, then only they become perfect. So take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye. God bless you all.